EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Strap in, the first of three on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hey, check this.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Bronco switch.
They'll try and run for it.
And a good run here as he'll run all the way down to the 40-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
At the 40-yard line.
18 Cardinals. Go.
One back in the backfield. And caught it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. It looks like they'll move things around here.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
1st down, Chargers.
Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5.
Now 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And 6.
Hey, check. Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
On the ready.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Ready. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
4th and goal.
And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Steelers, first down. 1st and 10.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tutin. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Duggan now to throw. That's caught by Tucker.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Duggan. He'll get this out to Tutin.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
A gain of 6. That's another Steelers.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Trey Tucker.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They go play action here on 1st down.
And this one too low.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Third and 4.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Four receivers on the field. It's third and 4.
Let's go now. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Nineteen tight. Come on.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and goal, Chargers.
So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
18, find it, Panther 60.
They'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 4 yards out. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7.
Steelers 7.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now an audible here into something else.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Duggan. That's complete. He's got Tootin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
At the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Duggan will look to throw this. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Chargers 17. Steelers 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He'll come up 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Throw left side to Schwartz with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Down the left sideline. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line.
A
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down. First down and goal to go.
Ready.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Bashal Tootin. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Got it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19, 18. Ready, ready.
Right back to him on first down.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Tucker, complete on the right side.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
An audible here to get a new look.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
He'll try to do it himself.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
A gain of 3 yards.
And now they'll shift things around.
Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. That's caught by Tucker. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Here's Duggan to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
It's 4th down.
Going quickly out to the right side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Get up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And some room to run now. Got a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Second and 7.
Hurry, hurry. Right there, right there. Let's go. Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Let's go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now they'll change things up.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. The time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Open man is Tucker.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready, ready.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Bayshore Turton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Oh, and that is incomplete. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger. 19, Charger, 19.
He'll drop to throw.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
70 Timberwolves.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On is the Chargers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And now they'll audible to something else. He's back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here's 2nd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Ready? Cougar 19.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.